Keep your face to the sunshine and you cannot see a shadow. Helen Keller. How to avoid addiction. Drug addiction can cause severe problems in society. Here are some examples of drug-related social addiction risks. 1. Opioid epidemic. The opioid epidemic is a widespread public health crisis in many countries, including the United States. Overdose deaths involving opioids have skyrocketed, leading to many fatalities and social harm. 2. Substance abuse and homelessness. Substance abuse and addiction significantly contribute to homelessness. Many people struggling with addiction turn to drugs or alcohol as a coping mechanism, which can lead to homelessness and a cycle of poverty and social exclusion. 3. Family and relationship problems. Substance abuse and addiction can majorly impact family and personal relationships. People struggling with addiction may prioritize drug use over other responsibilities, leading to strained relationships and broken family bonds. 4. Increased crime and violence. Substance abuse and addiction are often associated with increased crime and violence. People struggling with addiction may turn to criminal activity to support their habit or become involved in violent conflicts related to drug use. Impact on employment and finances. Substance abuse and addiction can majorly impact jobs and finances. People struggling with addiction may miss work or cannot perform their job effectively, leading to decreased productivity and financial difficulties. These are just a few examples of the social addiction risks associated with drug use. It is essential to seek help if you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, as the sooner treatment is received, the more likely it is to be successful. Why is someone addicted though it is harmful to himself? Once addiction takes hold, it can be difficult to stop because the brain has become dependent on the substance or behavior for pleasure and reward. The individual may continue engaging in the addictive behavior despite its harmful consequences, as the addiction has a powerful hold over their thoughts, emotions, and actions. Addiction is a chronic behavioral disorder characterized by compulsive engagement in rewarding stimuli despite adverse consequences. It often involves using substances, such as drugs or alcohol, or engaging in activities, such as gambling or internet use, that activate the brain's reward system, leading to repeated exposure. Over time, the brain adjusts to the excess dopamine and other neurochemical changes, leading to tolerance and dependence. Addiction can affect people of all ages, races, ethnicities, and socioeconomic backgrounds. There is no specific profile of an individual at risk for addiction. However, certain factors can increase a person's risk of developing an addiction, including 1. Genetics. Certain genetic predispositions may increase a person's risk for addiction. 2. Mental health. Individuals with mental health conditions, such as depression or anxiety, may be at increased risk for addiction. 3. Substance use. Early use of drugs or alcohol can increase the risk of addiction. 4. Environmental factors. Exposure to trauma, stress, or a home environment where substance use is prevalent can increase the risk of addiction. 5. Access to addictive substances. Availability and accessibility of drugs and alcohol can also increase the risk of addiction. It is important to remember that addiction is a complex disease that can affect anyone, regardless of background. If you or someone you know is struggling with addiction, it is crucial to seek help and support. Addictions can be broadly categorized into 3 types. 1. Substance addiction involves the use of drugs, alcohol, nicotine, etc. 2. Behavioral addiction involves repetitive engagement in activities such as gambling, sex, internet use, etc. 3. Process addiction involves compulsively engaging in behaviors such as eating, shopping, working, etc. Overcoming addiction typically requires a multifaceted approach, including 1. Treatment. Evidence-based addiction treatment, such as therapy, medication, or a combination of both, can help address the underlying causes of addiction and support recovery. 2. Support groups. 12-step programs, such as AA, or other peer support groups can provide a community of support and accountability. 3. Lifestyle changes, engaging in physical activity, healthy eating, and practicing stress management techniques can improve overall well-being and help prevent relapse. 4. Relapse prevention, developing coping skills and identifying triggers for relapse can help individuals avoid lapsing into addictive behaviors. 5. Aftercare, ongoing support, such as therapy or participation in a support group, can help individuals maintain their recovery and prevent relapse. It's important to remember that addiction is a chronic condition, and recovery is a lifelong process. Each individual's path to recovery will be unique, and what works for one person may not work for another. It may take multiple attempts before the lasting change is achieved. Memories associated with past experiences and emotions can play a significant role in addiction by triggering unconscious cravings and behaviors. When a person associates specific experiences or feelings with drug or alcohol use, the memory of those experiences can become linked to the pleasurable effects of the substance. This association can create unconscious cravings that drive addictive behavior. Additionally, memories of past traumas or negative experiences can contribute to unconscious patterns of self-medication, as individuals may turn to drugs or alcohol to cope with emotions or memories associated with the trauma. This can create a cycle of addiction, where substance use reinforces negative memories and creates further emotional distress, leading to continued substance use. It is often necessary to address imprinted feelings, memories, and past experiences to overcome addiction. Trauma-focused, cognitive behavioral, and other evidence-based therapies can help individuals understand and manage unconscious memories and behavior patterns contributing to addiction. Here are some steps to objectively observe past experiences and emotions that may contribute to addiction. 1. Reflect on your history, reflect on your account, including experiences and emotions that may have contributed to addictive behavior. 2. Write down your thoughts and feelings. Keeping a journal or writing down your thoughts and feelings can help you understand and identify patterns in your behavior and emotions. 3. Mindfulness practices. Engaging in mindfulness practices, such as meditation or deep breathing, can help you become more aware of your thoughts and feelings in the present moment. 4. Seek support. Participating in support groups or seeking help from friends, family, and professionals can provide a safe and supportive environment for reflection and self-discovery. It is important to remember that addiction often stems from complex emotional, psychological, and environmental factors. It may require a multifaceted approach addressing conscious and unconscious behavior patterns. By reflecting on your experiences and emotions, seeking support, and engaging in evidence-based treatments, you can work towards a more objective understanding of your past experiences and emotions and their impact on addiction. The problem of addiction should not be viewed only as individual difficulties. Because individuals form companies and governments, so they can also be bound to be sick if individuals are sick. SRM socially responsible management of corporate and government is essential to our society. Some companies run a business from people's addiction. However, no matter how hard an individual tries, some companies that generate profits through addiction are more likely to neglect and encourage dependence. This can include 1. Tobacco companies. The tobacco industry profits from the sale of addictive nicotine products. 2. Alcohol companies. The alcohol industry profits from the sale of alcoholic beverages, which can be addictive for some people. 3. Pharmaceutical companies. The pharmaceutical industry profits from selling prescription drugs, some of which can be addictive. 4. Gambling companies. The gambling industry profits from the addiction to gambling, including casinos, lottery games, and online gambling. 5. Digital technology companies. Companies that produce addictive digital products, such as video games or social media platforms, can benefit from the addictive behaviors of their users. Tobacco, alcohol, pharmaceutical, gambling, game, and online platform companies are responsible for reducing the harm caused by their products, including addiction. Here are some actions that these companies can take to minimize dependence. 1. Reduce the addictive properties of their products. these companies can work to reduce the addictive properties of their products by lowering potency or by creating alternative, less addictive products. 2. Educate consumers. These companies can educate consumers about the dangers of addiction and provide resources and support for quitting. 3. Support addiction treatment and recovery programs. These companies can support addiction treatment and recovery programs and provide resources to help people overcome addiction. 4. Advocate for regulations. These companies can advocate for laws to reduce access to their products for minors and limit advertising that appeals to children. 5. Invest in research. These companies can invest in research to better understand addiction's root causes and develop new strategies for reducing its impact. It is essential for these companies to prioritize the well-being of their customers over profits and to take proactive steps to reduce the harm caused by their products. There are various bills and regulations to reduce harm. Nevertheless, more aggressive government regulation is needed. We must make bills regulating the alcohol, tobacco, drugs, gambling, and game industries. Currently, there are more and more cases of drug addiction due to using narcotic analgesics in hospitals. The use of narcotic analgesics can be prohibited through the implementation of drug control policies, such as 1. Regulating their production, distribution, and sale through laws and licensing requirements. 2. Classifying narcotic analgesics as controlled substances, restrict their availability and use through prescription only. 3. Increasing law enforcement efforts to prevent illegal drug trafficking and distribution. 4. Implementing strict penalties for illegal possession, sale, and distribution of narcotic analgesics. 5. Providing education and public awareness campaigns to discourage the use and abuse of these drugs. 6. Offering alternative pain management options and increasing access to addiction treatment and support services for individuals struggling with substance abuse. Complete prohibition of narcotic analgesics may not be the best approach. They are essential tools to manage pains in clinical settings, and their restricted use can help ensure their safe and appropriate use. Thanks for watching.